This is the Evotel podcast.
Today's podcast, we're talking about an initiative that Evotel are doing with Wings of Inspiration. Let's find out more about how this all works with Bradley Bekker, Head of Brand at Evotel. Bradley, thanks for popping in for the podcast. First of all, what are you doing with Wings of Inspiration?
Well, there's a few things that we're working on with Wings of Inspiration. The first bit of donations that we provided was 2 laptops so that they could get a computer learning room set up for the ladies that they've taken in that can start using those computers to start generating an income, etc. Next month we'll be donating a cash donation to help with whatever necessities they have, groceries. I know they're doing a lot of building work. And again, it's not a short-term initiative. We want to be able to do these type of things, on a regular basis. But there's a few things that we're working on closely with Shane, and we really enjoy working with Wings of Inspiration. They're doing exceptional work. So there's a lot that we can give back. I wish we could give back more, but as much as we can give, we will be giving back to them. So yeah, that's in a nutshell what we're currently busy with. All
right, let's find out what Wings of Inspiration actually do. Shane Peyper is here from Wings of Inspiration. Shane, thanks for popping in for the podcast. Give us an outline. What is Wings of Inspiration?
So Wings of Inspiration was created in 2016 with 2 twin sisters. They actually felt hard times growing up, and when they aunt passed away, she left a little bit of a inheritance to them. So they started this Wings of Inspiration Care Centre business. First off with a shelter, which it didn't work out. So then it started with a sober house. So we've been running now for the last 5 years, which we've got now 8 umbrellas underneath our name, which we take care of 286 people on a daily basis, which we feed and take care of.
So Bradley, this donation you're doing is to try and empower these people that are now under these umbrellas.
So, this was an initiative that Wings of Inspiration had already, got the ball rolling on. That, they had built a little center at one of their facilities. And when I went past there and met with Shane and the ladies, they kind of just showed me around and showed me the vision that they had for this facility. And one of them was, they have amazing women that just, need a break and they just need an opportunity. And Shane said, one of the things that they were looking at doing was empowering these women to be able to start generating an income and finding their feet again. Obviously, we're in the fiber industry, so, it's right down our alley. So with the 2 laptops, we're also working on getting a fiber installation into the facility so that the connectivity side of things is also sorted out. But yeah, this was all Wings of Inspiration's idea. We kind of just came along to support. And we think it's an amazing initiative. It's one thing to help people and give them a roof over their head, but actually empowering them and giving them the opportunity to change their life for future purposes is something that we were really passionate about. So, yeah, very very excited to be part of this initiative, and looking forward to a lot more down the line.
Shane, tell us the story. You say one of the ladies there teaches maths, but she can't see her students. So how will this change her life?
Her life will change drastically with the donation of the fiber and of the laptops and all stuff like that. So she can start teaching online. Now with COVID, most of the parents, they don't allow their children to go to math lessons after school and stuff like that because they're scared of the COVID and all stuff like that. So that will empower her now to get her students back. Because most of them got fiber and got like online facilities to do that. And it's not just her, I want to empower all the other like women as well. I want to do another 2 ladies there as well that doesn't have a job at the moment to start doing online teaching. Which they're going to teach English to either Chinese or Polish people online, which is also income for them as well.
What I like is, I'm just thinking of the online platforms. Some of the internet is very dark and dirty and rough, but you got recovering addicts. And I guess this allows them to meet a greater community for support and put aside the horrible side of the internet, there's a very good side to the internet as well. And they can now find people to help them and form a community, right?
Of course. With the addict side, that's at our sober house. This is at our women and children's shelter. So this is for abused women and children. So that initiative will be taking place at the from the addict side, at our sober house, there is a few guys that's doing online teaching as well at the moment, which they earning a lot of money at the moment, between 12 and 60,000 rand a month.
Wow.
Which is quite a lot. So my vision is for one of our biggest students at our sober house to teach them how to do their online teaching as well.
Coaching the coaches.
Yes.
That's always the best way. Bradley, Evotel have done a lot of work with schools and donating to those kind of things. Do you see more charity involvement? It's so difficult, I imagine, to pick one or pick two. How do you make those decisions, and where do you see you guys going in the next few years?
I think irrespective of whether it's a school or a charity organization, it's still part of our CSI initiatives. So we never shy away, from being able to provide to people in need, whether that's a school that, just desperately needs connectivity to be able to interact with their learners, or whether it's a charity organization like Wings of Inspiration that's also just trying to help people find their feet. They fall within the communities that we build in. So irrespective of whether it's a school or a charity, we want to help. We are in a position to be able to help. So why not? So we don't really shy away from anything. We're always up to help whoever we can help as much as we can.
Tell us about the hashtag Installing Hope Challenge.
So the hashtag Installing Hope Challenge was just something our CEO kind of just wanted to see come to life. Us being in a very competitive and saturated industry where there's a lot of big players involved with, a lot of budget to be able to do these types of initiatives, we wanted to be the guys that kind of started an organic type of CSI initiative where we could challenge companies within our industry and also, companies outside of the industry to be able to give back as much as we want to. If we can inspire, 4 or 5 companies to just, give something back, we've started something really powerful. And we hope to, kind of see this grow along the way so that, the other sides or the other umbrellas of Wings of Inspiration where we potentially can't assist, we have other companies that could possibly assist. So that's the thing, is we're just trying to help as many people as we can. Unfortunately, Evotel is only so big. So what better way than maybe just challenging some of the other guys and getting them involved? So that's kind of where it stemmed from. And it's just, again, it just goes back down to, fiber for everyone. We want to be able to enable people to grow and to learn and to be able to earn money, especially during these tough times.
Shane, we heard earlier a couple of laptops were donated. Obviously, Evotel are a fiber company. It's their job to supply the internet. So those companies that he's talking about, if you got more computers donated or you got a smart TV to entertain the kids or something, or tablets, I imagine, would go a long way. What sort of things would you like to see other companies get involved with?
Well, at the moment, we've got a few projects running at the moment, not only at our women and children's shelter, but at our old age home where we're trying to get couple rooms now. So we only have single rooms for women and for men, and with them also living on hard times because they're only paying SASA rates and all stuff like that. So they can't afford to get couple rooms and stuff like that. So we're busy building couple rooms. So there's a few people that fell in love on their old age. We're actually having our first wedding on Sunday. Oh. So we are busy building there as well, so people can be able to have couple rooms as well.
Okay, so a smart TV or something would go a long way, have some entertainment, tablets. I guess, Bradley, this is the point, right? Is you've got the fiber, you're going to give them the Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi there. It's all very well, but if you can't use it, what's the point, right? So you want 100%. Other companies to get involved.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, again, where we do have fiber coverage, it's the first thing that we look at doing. And it's still in the process of being installed at the premises, which I think falls in Wentworth Park, in Krugersdorp. But the areas where we don't have coverage, there's other fiber providers there that are able to deliver a service. And if Evotel was there, we would 100% be involved in delivering that service. But again, that's where that Installing Hope Challenge comes in, where we don't have reach and where we don't have coverage. We want to get the guys that do have reach and coverage to kind of, bring their part to the party. So, yeah.
Shane, I want to talk about communication as well. As you said, you've got different facilities. If everybody can suddenly use cheap or free Wi-Fi to use WhatsApp calls, which cost next to nothing, and if it's free Wi-Fi, it'll cost you nothing. So that must help you guys as well to be able to communicate with each other and the different areas you've got.
Of course. Most of the people are not fortunate to have money to buy data and stuff, so that will help a lot, yeah.
Be able to talk to family and friends that are somewhere else, right?
Of course, yes.
Video calls are great, especially
Video
now.
calls, right? All stuff like that. Most of the people at the shelter, they don't earn an income at all. So we've got 2 ladies now that has gotten jobs, which is not a lot. It's only to survive and to buy the necessities, which we supply them with everything. They don't have the money to buy data and stuff like that. So with the fiber and the laptops and all stuff like that, it's a huge blessing to Wings of Inspiration.
Where can we find out more about Wings of Inspiration?
You can find more about it on our Facebook page. We update daily on our Facebook page, which is Wings of Inspiration. And then we've got a website called www.wingsinspiration.co.za.
Okay, so you're taking the of out on the website.
Yeah.
www.wingsinspiration.
Wingsinspiration.co.za.
Okay, Bradley, where can we find out more about what Evotel are doing and the hashtag? What is the official hashtag? Installing Hope Challenge.
On our social media pages, where we post most of the content when it comes to these CSI initiatives. That's predominantly where we are vocal in terms of these types of things. But again, we do encourage other charities, other schools that, are struggling with things like this to us to reach out to us. And, they're more than welcome to give us a call. They're more than welcome to even come to our offices, which is in Krugersdorp if they wish to do so. The normal contacting our offices website and our Facebook page, which is just Evotel on Facebook. And then our website is also www.evotel.co.za.
Thanks very much for listening, and we'll have another episode coming up soon. Don't forget, please like, subscribe, follow everybody on the social medias. You can find it at Evotel, but do subscribe to the podcast, and thanks very much for listening. We'll see you again next time.
Subscribe to this podcast on iTunes or visit www.evotel.co.za.